Here's why most online coaches are seeing slow growth in their business. Number one, they are not optimizing their business for one. And this is something I talk about quite a lot. A lot of new entrepreneurs think that they should be working with a general population. They have countless offers of what they can sell, and they're on all these social media channels. And this is where I see so many people go wrong. If you want to see quicker results as a newer entrepreneur, these are the things that you need to fix. So number one, you need to realize that you cannot be a generalist. A lot of you, whether you're a health coach or a relationship coach, a business coach, whatever it is, you can't help everyone. Even though in your mind, you're like, oh, I could help everyone. The fact of the matter is, if you want a successful business, the landscape has become more saturated, and it's going to be saturated for the generalist. But if you become specific, you're going to be able to stand out. So that's the first thing that I want you to do, is I want you to be able to stand out in who you're actually wanting to work with. So make sure that you're getting clear on the demographic that you want to work with. Make sure that you're actually getting clear on their specific pain points, on their specific goals, on their specific solutions that are going to be good for them, and make sure that your niche is absolutely crystal clear. Become a specialist, because the truth is, not only do specialists get paid more, but it's quite a lot easier for them to stand out in the market. For example, if there's a lot of, let's say, health and wellness coaches, or even, let's say, macro coaches or fitness coaches, there's a lot of those people. But if you can go specific and you can be like, I work with, whether it's like stay-at-home moms on how to stay fit, or if I can work with firefighters, or if I'm a running coach and I help people do their first 5K, you become a specialist and you start to actually get your name out there, because people start to figure out who you are and what you stand for. When you're a generalist, people honestly don't care about the message that you're sharing as much, because it's kind of bland, it's kind of beige. So make sure that number one, you're becoming a specialist in the work that you do. Sometimes the easiest thing to do in order to become a specialist is to simply help the past version of yourself. Who are you in the past? How did you get to where you are today? Help more people who are in your exact same situation, in your same demographic, or whatever it is. So number one, make sure that you become a specialist. This in and of itself is going to allow you to actually attract followers easier, create lead magnets that are actually going to be a lot more valuable to people. And number three, is going to make sales easier, because your program is made specifically for this person versus the general public. So that's the first thing that I want you to do. The second thing is, I want to make sure that you actually just are selling one offer. I see it so often that people who are starting in their businesses, they're selling high ticket, a mid ticket, a low ticket, they have all these different things, and none of them are really working that well. A lot of people think, well, if I have more options, I should be able to make more sales. But what usually happens is that most of the people that aren't will buy whatever is the cheapest, and you're confusing people because you're talking about these different options and they're just like, I don't know what's best for me. People make more decisions when it's not complex, when it's not confusing, when it's simply, this is the best program for you. So when you're starting your business, we highly recommend that most people, and maybe not everyone, but most people start with a higher ticket service, something that's priced $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 for their services. The reason being is most businesses, they fail because you don't make enough money. And most people who are trying to build a business are working another job. And so for most of you, if you're working another job and you're building your business, what's the easiest way to replace your income so that you're able to build a full-time income? It's with having a higher ticket item. So sell a higher ticket item. Number one, it's going to be easier because you're a specialist now. But number two, it's going to be easier because now you're honed in and your marketing efforts are just for that. And now, because you're going to be working these extra hours when you're delivering to your clients, it's going to make it a lot easier to go full time without completely burning out. So that's the second thing I really want you to do, is to come up with a high ticket offer that's going to allow you to be able to go full time, so you can quit your job, so that you can continue to move forward. So that's the second thing that I want you to do. Become a specialist. And number two, craft one offer that you're going to be selling. The third thing that I want you to do is make sure that you've narrowed in which social media platforms you are going to utilize to grow your business. This is really critical. There are so many people who start and they're like, I want to be on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, and they're on all these different platforms. Now, being on a lot of platforms when you're a bigger business is an absolutely great thing. But for most of you, you're again stretching your time and energy and focus over these platforms, and you're not really getting good at any of them. So I would recommend choosing one, max two platforms that you are going to use when starting your business. For most people, Facebook and Instagram is kind of where it's at for starting on a platform. Some people will use LinkedIn, YouTube, or TikTok as well, but Facebook and Instagram are the main platforms I would tell you to actually use right now. So start there. Make sure you get really good at how these platforms operate, right? Every platform has some different features to it, different ways of posting content, different ways of growing an audience. So get really good at it. One of the best pieces of advice is actually, like, let's say you choose Instagram, right? Follow 5 Instagram experts on Instagram who have massive accounts and they're giving great Instagram tips. That's the easiest way to just get some free advice on how to just have your Instagram working really well, getting the right tips. So choose one platform and get incredible at it. Most of the entrepreneurs that we've worked with that have gotten to full-time or even $10,000 a month, most of them have just needed one platform. Some of them will have 2 platforms, but the majority only need one platform. So if you do these 3 things, it's going to make it so much easier for you to grow your business, which will allow you to go full-time, which will allow you to serve more people and allow you to actually have the freedom that you're looking for. So if you have any questions around this, comment down below, and we'll see you folks in the next video.